welcome to Mystical Adventures. I'm your host, Ann Vivian. Thank you so much for joining me. How was your Thanksgiving? How is your holiday season going, my friend? I am so excited about today's show. We're going to talk about December's energy. I'm going to give a little December energy report, and I am going to pull a few cards for the energy of December. I am going to talk with you a little bit about heart wisdom and head wisdom and unifying our head intelligence, our mind intelligence with our heart intelligence. There is an archangel who has been visiting me to provide some angelic insight and wisdom about this, and I will share her message a little later in the show, and then I will take a call. So let us begin. We have the solar eclipse coming up, and it's Friday or Saturday, depending where you are in the world, but it's a great opportunity for change and transformation. If you work with the new moon or the full moon's energy, use it doing energy work or rituals or prayers or manifestation, you might find that eclipses are like new moons and full moons just on fire. They have magnified energy, and so it's a great time to work your moon magic if you practice such spiritual practices. As I tune into the energy for December of 2021, I am feeling how people are affected by this eclipse coming up. There's a lot of people wanting to make changes. I feel like a lot of people all over the world this month are wanting to move stagnant energy and get some momentum going again in different areas in their lives, in different areas as communities. Eclipse is a great time to bring up that old energy. It's a natural time for being in touch with that which needs to be changed and transformed, taking a look at old energy that needs to be released, wanting some more adventure this month. I feel like there's just a strong desire, and that might be the Sagittarian vibe. Collectively, people are focused on their goals and visions. I feel there's a lot of planning and prepping for the new year. A lot of people anticipating 2022, looking forward to leaving this year behind. Maybe a lot of people are grateful for this year as well, but I feel like there is a lot of looking to the future right now globally, and you can capitalize on that collective energy as you wrap up your 2021 and start to reflect on this year. It's a great time for using that eclipse energy, using the end of the year reflective time for deciding what changes you want to make moving forward into this next chapter, 2022. And I feel like also collectively there's a lot of people, and emphasis on relationships right now as we are headed into the Christmas, Yuletide, Hanukkah, New Year's, Kwanzaa, winter solstice celebrations. There's an emphasis on connecting with family, and I feel a lot of people are reassessing their roles in their family, reassessing how do I connect with my loved ones after this year of unusual times, shall we say. We've been walking through this collective trauma, and how does this affect my way of relating to people? How do I see myself differently, my family differently? It's an opportunity for transmuting and transforming some of these energies and understanding how to connect with one another in more loving, effective ways while we take care of ourselves. I'm going to pull a few cards for December 2021. Angel card and, oh, interesting, Kyle Gray's deck, Angels and Ancestors card. So far, we've got forgiveness, snake, shuttled skin, and, two cards. King of Wands and the World for tarot. We've got the snake came out, shedding our skin, and forgiveness. So look at this. Is this not eclipse energy, the world The King of Wands is by the world. The world is about ending one phase, beginning another. Feel that eclipse energy this December. Feel that end of the year energy this December and how it is a gateway from one world to the next. What do you want to leave behind? What do you want to carry with you? What do you want to start in the new year? The King of Wands, such a Sagittarian tarot suit to come out. I feel like King of Wands is he's a leader, he's fiery, he's confident. He's also got the fiery intuition. I feel like the King of Wands is guiding us to be confident in our decision making this month, be confident in our decisiveness of what we want to let go, what changes we want to make, how we want to transform, be a leader to ourselves, be a leader to others maybe, and trust our inner father as our inner father guides us to what decisions would be beneficial for us in the new year. We've got snake, and we've got shedding our skin, and we've got forgiveness angel card. Are some of the things you need to leave behind in this eclipse in this year resentments, anger? Forgiveness is a type of magic. It is a miracle, and it can create magic and miracles in our life. It can unleash miracles into our life. It opens the psychic space up. It opens the space up in our minds, our hearts, our lives when we let go of those resentments, expectations, that anger, that even maybe more heavy feelings like hatred or something more violent even towards another, as we ask our higher power to help us forgive and let go, not condone what someone did, not validate it as correct and appropriate and okay, but to let go. It's not my circus, not my monkey. That was a decision you made, and it's my decision not to carry the toxic feelings associated with resentment by forgiving and letting go for you, but maybe even more so for me. Maybe so I can be free, but maybe for both of us. Shedding the skin. We've got to look at what old skin we want to release in December. Do some journaling, do some reflecting. Get together with friends or your spiritual community and sing, do some rituals, connect with the moon, connect with your higher power, do some dream work, go to a sweat lodge, do some rigorous exercise, connect with your body, do some Kundalini yoga, find a way to get in touch with your inner self and ask, what do I need to let go of? How do I want to change and transform? What in 2021 do I want to focus on letting go of so that I may make room for the abundance and love and miracles that want to come into my life this year? I wrote a blog post, which I haven't published on my website yet, but I'm going to in the next few days, about just this topic, letting go, releasing, detaching as a way to bring in more abundance, love, blessings, spiritual expansion into our lives. It's so important. So what do I need to let go of is a question I feel is being asked of you. And how can I use this insight and intuition about change and transformation and apply it in practical ways to my life? Those were the Oracle and Tarot cards for December. Let us now shift to the Spirit Helper of the month, who this month is an Archangel, Archangel Haniel. She is associated with, her name actually means the joy of God or the grace of God. And she's associated with joy and grace. She's associated with intuition, speaking of tuning into your intuition, psychic development, love, relationships, harmony, peace, balance. In the Kabbalah, she's associated with Venus and the part of the tree of life associated with the planet Venus and the consciousness of Venus. She's also associated with the moon. And so she's an archangel that is associated with those Venusian and lunar qualities: intuition, love, compassion, femininity, relationships, harmony, balance. She came to me today as I was being guided to talk with you today, my dear friend, about our heart wisdom and connecting our heart wisdom with our intellectual, our mind wisdom. So here is her message for December 2021, Archangel Haniel. Your heart is a form of consciousness and intelligence that is able to move mountains. As you understand the multiple layers of your heart and the intricate energy structures that flow within around it, including how your mind is connected to your heart space, you'll understand the significance, how everything fits together. It may be difficult for some to seek the voice of their heart first before the mind, but as you lay down the old rules and mind structures that have been causing you frustrations and limitations, you open yourself to the wisdom of the heart and your soul. You can synchronize both your energy of your heart center and your head and do this with ease. One enhances the other. If you rely too much on the mental structures in your being without first allowing the infinite divine love flowing through your heart center to also inform your decision-making process, you may find you are not able to make decisions as easily. Things don't flow together as well in your mind when your mind is isolated from the rest of your consciousness. You will find that you have better ideas and a better understanding of how to interact with others, as well as an easier time making decisions when you align your heart with your mind. Allow your soul energy to flow into your thinking process. Others will respond differently to you as you synchronize these parts of your consciousness, and you will find that people are more in harmony with you and you are more in harmony with yourself as you are more in harmony with yourself. As two lovers come together to create the mystery of love in action, your heart and your mind can be lovers and partners that create a magical flow between them. Your heart needs your mind and vice versa. Imagine you are using both together as one expanded, soulful mind. The loving, compassionate intelligence has more dynamic flow because of the different types of consciousness working together as one. Their differences create a circuitry and a momentum that is felt by all. Before you sit down to begin a task, imagine that these two lovers are joined together and offering you both analytical and emotional intelligence. Your heart has an intuitive way of knowing the answers without knowing. Your mind can be forthright and productive in moving these insights into your life and the world with planning and action. You do not have to do all of the work. Your mind does not have to do all of the work. It's actually easier to come up with solutions in your personal life, relationships, work, or any situation when you rely first on the wisdom of your heart to inform the brain. You could find the answer is much easier and without as much strife as you seek the wisdom of the heart in your day-to-day life. Notice the vibrations, messages, and feelings that come from your heart on a regular basis as you intentionally ask the heart to offer its wisdom as you begin any task. Notice how things flow together, both inside you and your outside world and interactions. You know, it reminds me of these two cards that came up, the World and the King of Wands. The World tuning into the energy this month of expanded consciousness, of that circular consciousness, the wisdom of the circle, the wisdom of understanding bigger cycles, bigger perspective. One might say intuitive or expanded consciousness. The wisdom of the King of Wands, which is a more masculine, abstractly mind card, more will. And Archangel Haniel is talking about combining the two, combining that expansiveness of your emotional wisdom, of the wisdom of the heart, with the action and planning ability of the king of the fire energy, the King of Wands here, and having them work together. They support one another. Your heart wisdom is a form of your intuition and your soul energy that informs, that can help guide you to make it easier for your mind to plan and be decisive and know which direction to go. And as you synchronize these two parts, they work together and help your life just flow together better. You'll notice people respond to you differently. I asked Archangel Haniel, a lot of people say, well, I can't just listen to my heart and, it's distorted and it's over romantic and, just listening to your emotions. If you're always listening to your heart, not your head, or your heart over your head, it's going to provide, rosy colored glasses and distortions, and it's not going to be realistic or practical. So I felt this question come up and I felt Archangel Haniel respond that the heart is the wisdom of the soul. And sometimes we need to work through old beliefs and conditioning to uncover that wisdom. But when you tune into the actual frequency of the heart, you're helping to shift away from those old patterns and distortions and tune in directly to the energy of the heart. This is also different, I felt, Archangel Haniel teaching me, from listening just to your emotions in general. Your emotions do have an intelligence, but it's different to actually tune in to your heart with intention of intentionally tuning into the physical heart space, which is your heart chakra, with in the present moment question or present moment intention, and listening to the response. This is different than just simply paying attention to your emotions, which can be very helpful and help you tune into your intuition. But it's a different practice for how to tune into the heart energy. So I hope that makes sense with how I explained it. And, I want to just suggest to you, my friend, this week, at this time, think about any decision you would like to make, any decision or life area you would like clarity on. Place your hand on your heart, feel physically that heart space, and ask your heart what the best solution is. Notice what feelings, sensations, images, and messages come up. There's no right answer. And I encourage you, don't dismiss what you sense, but observe it with an open mind and curiosity. Before I take my caller, I do just want to quickly mention, because I know I have a lovely caller on the line waiting, that there is this really cool website called HeartMath, and this whole system is the HeartMath Institute. And they have a whole program for synchronizing the heart and the mind that can help you increase your relaxation and just quality of life. And they have a whole program, a lot of research as well about, everything having to do with heart wisdom and how paying attention to it can really change our lives. So heartmath.com. And I believe we have a caller. I think it's from my home state, Georgia.
Hi.
Tony from Georgia, yes?
Yes. How are you?
Hi, Tony from Georgia. I'm doing well. How is your day going?
Oh, it's going.
Auburn, Georgia.
Yes.
How is this late fall in Georgia?
It's cold today. It's windy and cold.
Windy and cold. It's pretty cold up here too in New England. Tony, would you like a general reading? Do you have a specific question? How may I help you today, my friend?
Oh, I'm just going through a lot with my depression and anxiety. I have a great nephew that's being born as we speak.
Oh, congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Well, Tony, let me just tune into your energy and see what messages are coming through, okay?
Okay.
Well, I'm just tuning into your energy, Tony, and I do feel that kind of slump. You mentioned the anxiety and the depression, and I'm feeling your desire to have more play and fun. And it's funny, you're talking about this just as you're welcoming a new member into your family. And I feel like, you really do have a light spirit and a very joyful spirit. And you are, I feel like this beautiful, playful, celebratory kind of like dimension to you. And it's like you do know how to have fun, even though you're going through a rough time. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. And, I think it's so important to remember that you're not alone and to connect with others around this time. That's something that can really boost our spirits, and I get the feeling like you're doing research, you're doing some soul searching and talking to friends about, what changes you might make. Of course, seeing a therapist, seeing someone in mental health comes to my mind if you're struggling with depression and anxiety. But I see you doing some research, and I see you looking at different options. And, there's also this spiritual dimension. I feel like I feel like there's a lot of angels around you right now, Tony. And I don't know if you sense it, but I feel very strongly that you are being helped on the angelic realms, as well as you reaching out to friends and family. I feel like, this longing in you, Tony, as I'm tuning into your energy, that you're deeply wanting connection. You're deeply wanting to return to a time of innocence, and that you're feeling like life is a drudgery right now. Life is, really gray and difficult, and that you'd like to return to a time of peace and playfulness and joy. So I pulled the Fool card for you, Tony, and the Fool is about, it's about making a change, taking a risk, a new opportunity, a new adventure. I feel like Spirit wants to guide you to make some changes. That's what today's show was about, making changes and taking that risk, taking that first step. I feel like your energy is a little bit stagnant, or you've been hesitant to take a step. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So the Fool is guiding you to, it's kind of like being a little foolish. Like, I might be taking a risk here. I might fall flat on my face, but I'm just going to try something new. I'm just going to take the first step on this journey. It might be a total disaster, but it could be a miracle and something very joyful. And so being able to step outside of your shell, I feel like Spirit is saying, and taking that first step is going to get things rolling for you and just get the momentum going. The eclipse this weekend is a great time to set your intentions and do some prayer work and meditation on making some major changes and actually planning to make those changes and taking that first step. You have the Two of Wands in the final result position, Tony. And I feel like you really are poised to make some really positive changes. I see you doing a lot of planning this month. I see you looking to the future. There might be some travel coming up for you. I feel like that's going to be really helpful to your energy to just get out, go somewhere different physically, do a little bit of, local or long distance travel. But I feel like not doing the same old is going to help you break out of this cycle. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Because I've
So
really been thinking about just going to a whole other place and just trying to, from there,
to start over?
I've had a lot of loss in my life. One thing I struggle with is the loss of my baby brother. I struggle that. He was killed by a DUI driver.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Tony.
I can't shake it, and it's like things sometimes feel like they get from bad to worse, and it's just a repeat of every day, and I'm so tired of it till I just want to just pack up and just go somewhere else and just try it from there.
Well, I do see travel. These are, 2 travel cards. I do see travel and moving as a real possibility for you, Tony. Wherever you go, there you are. You're going to take your own, strengths and challenges with you. I think, it might be helpful, Tony, to think about seeing a bereavement counselor, going to a bereavement support group. They're really helpful, for things you're struggling with. Seeing a professional, especially when we're struggling with depression or anxiety and having trouble making it through the day and these repeated patterns, there's lots of different helpers out there, but it might be, someone to think about. I pulled Shamuel. We've just got 1 minute left, but I pulled a Shamuel angel card, and it's an angel of love. And I feel like you being able to, connect with your own inner love for yourself, to be able to maybe do some bereavement forgiveness work, taking that baby step towards change, you're really going to find things are moving and shaking. And I just feel that beautiful energy within you, that you do have this, this lovely spiritual loving compassion in you. Tony, we are at the end of the show, but I do so hope that was helpful, and I thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. I want to thank you for tuning in, dear viewers and listeners. I hope you have a beautiful holiday season. I want to just give you a reminder that I am available for readings and coaching sessions. Check out my website, creativepsychestudio.com. And also I have some in-person and online groups coming up: Intuitive Development, Dream Circle, and Multidimensional Manifesting. So check it out if you'd like. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next show. Take care.